momentarily.
Okay. I can hear it. Here he is. Live from sunny California. From his little LA cabin in the hills. You know him, you love him, and I'm used to him. Here he is, Robbie Fulks. Live. Oh, Adam's
there's
already.
A delay.
Yeah, there's a little delay. You can have a seat.
It's ryegrass in the wintertime, flowers in the spring, but Texas in the summer is nigh on suffering. I went up on Jackson Hill at a diner, I sat down, and I waved at every stranger just to move the air around. It's long to ride for the little I gain. Hey, when I left that Brooklyn girl, I never thought it through. She had silk brocade in her bedroom and a job that paid for two. I think I'll get down the old guitar and see what I may find. Get $1 off some lawyer on the number 7 line. It's long to ride, but a little I gain. These New York folks will treat you kind when your wallet's in your hand, but a 6-string on your shoulder might be the devil's brand. They'll put themselves above you, but for all their strut and brag, I'd trade every brick on Wall Street for one Black Mountain rag. It's a long to ride, but a little I gain. They rode back to my boyhood, if I could only go. There's a little girl that stole my heart, and I think she'd like to know. But the road it goes but one way, and the only goal in sight is to make a bit more in the daytime than I drink down at night. It's a long to ride, but a little I gain. Well, they say the Norfolk girls are fair and they all sing right on key, but I went down and I never found one sang as good as me. And they say that there's a wondrous land for any good man that dies, and if it's got drink and women, then I'll be surprised. It's long to ride for a little I gain. Whoa, at the drop dead looks and her little girl charm, everybody thought she'd go far. And at 20 years old, she was rich as could be and a world-famed Hollywood star. With the big funds coming and the sweethearts too, life was a hell of a ride. But her star soon fell and her body got old, so she took a lot of pills and died. Well, she took a lot of pills and died. Took a lot of pills and died. Her star soon fell and her body got old, so she took a lot of pills and died. While the traffic rolled by in the street outside, she was sitting in her kitchenette, listening to the scuttle of the rats in the wall and staring at her TV set. You know She once might have been too proud to be found in a hovel on the Lower East Side. But nothing in the world seemed to matter much now, so she took a lot of pills and died. Well, she took a lot of pills and died. Took a lot of pills and died. Nothing in the world seemed to matter to her, so she took a lot of pills and died. Now she hasn't been seen on the silver screen, and she never may be again. But every once in a while at the far end of the dial, you can see her like she was back then. In a small close-up with her hair back lit, she seemed to blow inside. Yeah, but something went wrong, 'cause 40 years on, she took a lot of pills and died. Well, she took a lot of pills and died. Took a lot of pills and died. Something went wrong, 'cause 40 years on, she took a lot of pills and died. She took a lot of pills and died. She took a lot of pills and died. Let's do everything in the same key today. When I was young and in my prime, I let my whole world lie. Now all I do is sit and pine for all those folks I left behind. I've got those Blue Ridge Mountain blues, and I'll stand right here and say my grip is packed to travel, and I'm scratching gravel for that Blue Ridge far away. Now I want to do right by my mom. I want to stay right by my pa. I'll hang around that cabin door. No work or worries anymore. I've got those Blue Ridge Mountain blues. I want to see my old dog Trey. I want to hunt the possum where the corn tops blossom on that Blue Ridge far away. Now I see a window with a light. I see two heads of snowy white. It seems I hear them both recite, where is my wandering boy tonight? I've got those Blue Ridge Mountain blues, and I'll stand right here and say every day I'm counting till I climb that mountain on that Blue Ridge far away. I've got those Blue Ridge Mountain blues, and I'll stand right here and say my grip is packed to travel, and I'm scratching gravel for that Blue Ridge far away.
Yay!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it okay if I move this?
Yeah, of course. Have a drink.
Let's do something in the key of F right now. And if you're tuning into this, I'm not sure anybody is, but if you are, I thank you for it. You know, I've done a couple of these and have several more in the upcoming weeks. And to me, it's always like, so we're in the Parlor room, supposedly in Northampton, Massachusetts, where I would have been playing. I think, was I playing there this month originally? I can't remember. And now the date's been moved to the fall. and which is a little questionable if you ask me, but I think we have an October date right now in the Parlor Room. But anyway, this idea that there's a geographic center to this stuff is always kind of dubious to me. Maybe there is, because you know, when I'm playing in the Parlor Room, I have a definite picture of, you know, who's listening. So, and I'm picturing, like, in the audience at the Parlor Room, my friend Amy Meltzer and the great Peter McLaughlin, and then more broadly in that area of the world, I'm picturing kind of that great musical culture up there, which includes Peter Gralnick, Peter Wolf, Duke Levine, Chris Delmhorst, Laurie McKenna, Mark Orelli, all these people, and as well as the 6 that I just missed, and forgive me for that. But anyway, if you're in that part of the world, then I'm thinking about you right now, and if you're tuning in from Thailand or somewhere else, consider yourself a stowaway. And you know what I'm thinking of doing is a song by the great Bobby Braddock. I got on a Bobby Braddock tear the other day. You know, we're all sitting around in these Corona times and going down rabbit holes. And so, I don't know, for an hour or whatever, one afternoon, I just kind of listened to a bunch of stuff. And he's got these titles, like one of his titles on one of his hit songs was Fading In, Fading Out. I look at that title, I go, what does that mean? Like, how is that a song? Fading in, fading out. So it's a metaphor song about a guy driving around in the country, and he turns on the station. Of course, it's a country station. I think it's a Hank Williams song. And the station's so weak and powerless. Of course, we Americana artists know how that goes. That the song kind of fades in, and he gets into it. And right when it gets to his favorite part in the song, he loses, the station is of such low wattage that it drifts away. And so that's all in the first verse. And then, like, well, how is that a song? And then the chorus, it turns into a metaphor for love. It's like, every time I fall in love with a girl, same thing as the song, fading in, fading out, and gone. And that's the genius of Bobby Braddock, along with another, 30 great hit songs that he wrote over the years. But this is one. God, I hope this is a Bobby Braddock song after that long introduction. I think it is. You know, the crowd was very small for a country music show, but he faked a curtain call just like it was years ago. And then a lady grabbed his arm as he staggered down the aisle, and with all his country charm, he addressed her with a smile. Would you catch a falling star before it crashes to the ground? Don't you know how people are? Nobody loves you when you're down. Pick him up and take him home, and he'll bring his old guitar and sing some golden oldie songs if you catch a falling star. He had a silver-plated bus and a million country fans. Now there's just a few of us, and he drives a little van, and they were beating down his door. The lovely ladies left and right. Now he's on the hardwood floor, wondering where he'll spend the night. So would you catch a falling star before it crashes to the ground? Don't you know how people are? Nobody loves you when you're down. Pick him up and take him home, and he'll bring his old guitar catch a falling star. I'll sing a few old country songs if you catch a falling star. You know, back in the day, I first got into the country music, talking about Bobby Braddock and the old school songwriters, and I still I love that that old stuff. I find it very very artful, and I'd like to do something now for my first record, which was I think it was 25 years ago, and at the time I was kind of a new convert. You know, I'd only been into the country music for 5 or 6 years in a super hardcore way. And then you think you're in it in a super hardcore way, and then somebody puts out a record like this one, which is it's the Bakersfield Sound. And it's anchored by the music of Buck Owens and Merle Haggard, who are from that part of the country or established their recording careers there. But then it's also got 100 other people on it, probably 30 or 40 of which I never even heard of. So anyway, that is to say, the country music is a deep well, just like the American jazz and the American rhythm and blues and the American gospel. And this is a song written about Buck Owens back when he was alive. But it's just generally about the power of country music. It's called The Buck Starts Here. I never knew this place had so much empty space until tonight, when you walked right out the door. And so I walked to our bedside and pulled out that 45 that laid for years behind our chest drawers. At first it looked too worn to play, the label all but washed away. Then I made out the name of my old friend. "30 years and a scratch or two, but when the needle hit the groove, I knew that it was crying time again. The buck starts here, with Hank sure to follow. Heard him up loud and clear. He's singing my sorrow. Let the sad songs roll on through a house filled with tears, where the good times is gone. The buck starts here." People in the house next door think I'm tearing up the floor. It's 4:30. My lights are burning bright, but this occasion is no big deal. No, it's just some boys from Bakersfield that came around to help me through the night. The buck starts here, with Hank sure to follow. Turn him up loud and clear. He's singing my sorrow. where the good times is gone. The buck starts here, where the good times are gone. The buck starts here.
When you tap your foot, it shakes the camera. So I'm trying to.
It's going to be happening every now and then.
I can't. Everyone's gonna.
But I'll tell you what I'll do.
There's no complaint so far.
I'm going to take off the old shoes.
From all over.
That'll help.
We got some listeners. We have people watching in
Well,
Australia.
No kidding. Australia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everywhere but Northampton, Massachusetts. I'm going to do another song or two, and then we'll go to the to your comments
I won't talk anymore.
and complaints, and take some complaints in just a little bit.
Okay.
If you're, first of all, don't complain about the sound, because it's amazing how technically unready in a way that the world was for this virus. Every show is a different, it's a different platform, and you're either on your phone or your laptop, and that conditions things like either a preamp or no preamp, and what plugs into the preamp, what doesn't. So for today's show and today's purposes, we've got an iPhone and we've got a little Apogee mic, and that's all there is. And so the balance between guitar and voice is approximate, and the EQ of the guitar and the voice is what it is. And if you can't make out the vocal, somebody, let me know, if you can't hear one thing or another. But otherwise, we're not apologizing for the way it sounds. And by the way, hello to my grandson, Logan, who I believe is faithfully viewing at home. He usually does. As if it's not enough to talk to us for 2 hours every day, we got to add this hour to his allotment of California Fulks time. But anyway, we welcome him to the show. It seemed to me I missed somebody else in the Massachusetts area. While I was singing that, it came back to me. Anyway, let me do a newer song, and let me think now. I'll do something from, this is kind of a weird little song. I like it. Not a lot of people ever ask for it, but then again, I haven't done it that much. It's a song from my flash drive project called Revenge of the Doberman, which has 53 songs on it. And if you want to help a feller out during these Corona times, I'm not begging for your help. This is not PBS. I'm not on my knees begging for your frickin' help here. This is not the, Mr. Rogers program with absolutely no production values and always begging for money. This is, but, if you're doing okay and you want to buy my thing and you actually feel a little, maybe it'll help you feel better to have my music going on and to have 3.5 hours of it that you haven't heard before, because this is all unique stuff to the flash drive. Anyway, it's called Revenge of the Doberman. And actually, I think I'll do you 2 songs from that. And this first one is a sort of a Trump era song, and it's in I think it's in B flat. Both of these tunes are tunes that no one ever asks for, unlike 70s Jesus and a few others that are on there. But this one is one that I've enjoyed playing with Duke Levine in the past, and so I'll have him in mind when I'm playing this one. It goes like this. Pills for your heartache, whiskey when you're dry, friends on your cell phone, Jesus in the sky. Switch on your radio, it's all night company. Just how lonely can you be? Who wears a long face and puts holes in his arm? Not old Grandpappy stuck out on the farm, nor the man in Mexico with take your place for free. Just how lonely can you be? Short life of trouble's not what the song says. Yeah, that's what the old song said. But them old songs are dead now. Someone's bound to find you, and it won't be long. Some sweet lonely soul for you to walk on. A mother's love for every boy and girl. The sun to shine down on this whole sad, crippled world. And people just the same as you, who take your place for free. Just how lonely can you? Here's one more from the same project, a little more lighthearted than that one was. It's about a girl who's driving the guy crazy, like most women do. They drive this guy crazy. He loses his wits, people. Can't think straight anymore. She's gone, and he's unhappy, and he wants another one. Hey! Hey, sweet little Cormay, you'd be in my spell if I could sing that well. Hey, good old Cormay, you're no good to me gone. I can't find the old groove since you left me. I stumble around as if in a dream. Stare at the morning paper and I wonder what the strange words mean. A week, a month, and no break from the heartbreak. So I got my mama on the phone. She said all you'd ever done for me was poison my heart. Oh, but we all know that mama was against you from the start. Hey, sweet little Cormay, if there was a way, I'd sure use the way. Hey, good old Cormay, you're no good to me gone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now it's true I snuck a few looks at your sister the day she wore that halter top and thong. But what loss is just for looking? A man should have to suffer this long. And if I once believed I loved you only, I believe that twice as much now. And if you miss me just a little, well, imagine how I feel. 'Cause when we're split in two, I get the worst end of the deal. Hey, sweet little Cormay, you made your point known. Now it's time you came home. Hey, good old Cormay, all you ever seem to do hurts me and not you. Hey, sweet little Corvette. And when we shared a bed, girl, you wrapped around my head just like the sweetest song. You're no good to me, gone. Close. All right. Well, I thank you for sticking with me. If you've tuned in and are still sticking with me, my name's Robbie. It's 5:30. We're about halfway through the old fake show here, the online streaming show.
These online comments have got me chuckling.
I've noticed. I'm here singing some tragic ballad, and I'm trying to get into the frame of mind for it. I'm like, my uncle died, and like there's like a lady collapsing, convulsing on the couch.
Oh, well, there's been a complaint registered.
Complaint. Let's hear it.
From Bones Oddly. Elizabeth
From Bones.
Elizabeth complains not about the sound, but the plaid. She has
the plaid of the pants, or
the double plaid, I think. Although the double plaid has also been popular with others.
I didn't know that you could see the pants. How much of the pants can you see?
Well, I think the quote might be, "Love the shorts, brother." So I think you can see. Well, you were walking around.
Okay, first of all, stop calling me brother. Don't like that. But can you really see these pants?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now these are some of my favorite pants over here. These are, I don't know if they're young man's pants or old man's pants. On me, they look like old man's pants. Yeah. But the shirt, I thought was dark enough to get away with it. Many apologies to Bones and anyone else whose screen is vibrating from the plaid.
Yes. And then, we have a question. Katie wants to know what kind of guitar you're playing.
Who's Katie?
She's in Felton.
Felton, California? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Felton, California. Wasn't that last time through there so fun? Like, Felton, I always associated with bad show, Tuesday night, get it over with, and get out of town. But that last night in Felton, like, somebody took over that place and turned it into the Felton Music Hall. And just with the new people and the new PA, and everybody's so nice, man, it just makes me almost weep to think that the virus would have shut down the Felton Music Hall for good. And always a possibility. Anyway, fingers crossed, as we secular people say. What do we say? Fingers crossed. That you live.
Hopes and fingers.
Hopes and fingers that the Felton Music Hall survives. And for Katie, the answer is that this is a Collings D2H. Yeah. So it's a dreadnought. It's it's not an old guitar. It's a new guitar. Let's do another tune. Are there any requests?
Lots of them. Summer says no. The plaid rocks. The Outlaw Cruisers say hi.
I'll never lose those people.
Katie K. A lot of people want to hear I Like Being Left Alone, which I think is just punishment. Wedding of the Bugs. I never did like planes. Gordon Lightfoot. There's a lot of good requests.
I'll do all of that I can remember. It may make the concert a little longer than it was otherwise going to be, because I'd like to do several of those, and a couple of those are, I think the first two that you mentioned are second fret songs. So, and by the way, Chris Scruggs hasn't written an online, snarky comment.
No, I don't think he's watching. Oh, but I know Don Jay's watching.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that Chris Scruggs puts on great Sunday night shows.
Yes.
He may misinterpret some of my comments. For instance, please sing a Lon Chaney Jr. song at once as distracting snark, but it's not. I'm enjoying his shows, and of course he's not even watching my show. So screw him. This is, what is this? Yes, correct. I set out from Port Valley for wealth, I had to have it. I already well-born woman as skinny as a rabbit. Now I'm here at this payphone begging Katie, listen. I prayed you $500,000 for your sweet Port Valley kissing. Hey now, Katie K, heaven never made one cuter. Fighting love, Katie K, I'd probably have shoot her. Now some give all their favors to girls who can find, but a girl that's sad and weeping will always win mine. When I see a pretty girl weeping, I run to her and fix it. When I see a pretty girl smiling, I run for the nearest exit. Hey now, Katie K. I haven't ever made one cuter. I love Katie K. I'd probably have shoot her. People to love thy neighbor is a thing I bear in mind. It's a love as thyself part I can't get behind. Each greeting, he cold shoulders, each smile met with a sneer. His wife can love him all she likes, I'll just gaze at the mirror. Hey now, Katie K. Heaven never made one cuter. If I didn't love Katie K, I'd probably have shoot her. His values are askew. He's more than that he can count. All I need is two. A bag of bones and a diamond ring to siphon off my pay. And a sweet thing down on the edge of town to love my nights away. Hey now, Katie K. Haven't ever made one cuter. If I didn't love Katie K, I'd probably had you. Hey now, Katie K. Haven't ever made one cuter. That's the out-of-tune Collings guitar. And the other one was I Like Being Left Alone. So Corona time. By the way, apologies for the Corona hair, the Corona stubble. You know how it goes. No apologies. What's that?
Should we do a walkthrough for Logan?
Logan wants a walkthrough. All right, I'll do that right after this song, just to keep you hanging on. This is a definite Corona song. I'll send it out to my neighbors who would like nothing better than to be left alone by me. But I've got my eye on these people because I think they might be criminals. And the only reason I think that, I said it on the previous show, they're not really criminals. I nicknamed the guy the criminal just because.
The windows
Just
are open.
no. Because yeah, close that window.
Yeah.
Who drives around in a black van with no windows in it unless the van is piled with corpses? So I just started calling him the criminal, and then it caught on. And then we talked to other people in the neighborhood who said, because he's a handyman, right? That's why he's got the van. They say, hey, I'm having some work done over at my house. Yeah, who's doing it? I just hired the criminal. He's pretty cheap.
Now she calls him the criminal.
And now, yeah, it's shortened to Crim. He's got this nickname of the Crim. It's very unfortunate because it's probably undeserved. But there's just a little doubt in my mind that they might be. So if they pass by on the street, turn the camera around, we'll get the criminal
right,
on the. Okay. Anyway, assuming that they're not criminals and just ordinary people, they are probably being made very nervous by my constant monitoring of their activities, and this is going out to them. If you have is that him? No. If you have a neighbor, a close neighbor, and your window faces theirs, then you know what I'm talking about. Your eye is just drawn, and as soon as it's night and the lights come on, you just can't walk by that window without turning. It's like a fire or an accident. You have to look at that lit window. I like being left alone. I like chocolate pie, a clear blue sky, and a glass of Cold Rome. Yeah, I like summer, I like fall, I like music, but most of all, I like being left alone. I'm talking about sales reps, I'm talking about the government, I'm talking about the children, and I'm talking about you. My time's like a sweet plum. Man, everybody wants some, but I'd rather be lonesome, I'd rather be blue. I like being left alone. Keep me well away from the PDA, the traffic and the telephone. I don't care how little, how much I earn, if I can get one thing in return. I just like being left alone. You don't have to sit and hold hands, you already got the cold pan. You say I'm talking like an old man, maybe that's true. But what's the harm to sit and think some, at worst a little wisdom. You can paint the town crimson, I'll just stay blue. And I like being alone. I like chocolate pie, clear blue sky, and a glass of cold rum. Yeah, I like water and I like air. I like space, but not to share. I like being left alone. Yeah, I like summer and I like fall. I like music, but most of all, I like being left alone. Thank you, Mommy.
Really hearing about this, the shaking camera.
Well, that's just too bad, you know.
I know. I mean, it
really
seems
just
like
too bad.
it's sort of like the Tingler or something, right? It's something.
No, it's like Sense Around in
Sense
Charlton
Around,
Heston's Earthquake
Okay,
movie.
that's what I meant.
All right, I'm going to do walk across, it's called.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm going to do a couple that I want to do, because I don't want to let this hour get away from me and do nothing that I want to do. And I don't want to be beholden to these idiots on their computers.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow. Yeah, Logan has really been enjoying the show. He's 6 years old. He fell off the couch when you told the criminal story.
He fell off the
so
couch.
hard.
To hide under the couch, because the criminal's going to get you, Logan.
There he goes.
It's true.
And so to keep him entertained during Corona times, do you want props? Do you need anything?
Okay. I don't know if this works with the general audience and on this iPhone setting, but what happens is that every morning my grandson and I play iPhone games, and this is one that we invented for Corona times. And all it is you walk across and make a different kind of funny maneuver every time you walk across. So tell me something. Is the camera, is this head level right here?
No, I can just see his shoulder.
Oh, okay.
You
So
have to duck down. You have to crawl, or I could try to reach.
so
the
this
camera.
is head level, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
is my head out of frame now? Or?
Yeah, but I can. No, it's still in.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty wide frame.
All right. This is not going to work.
Yeah, I'm afraid
You get
it
the
won't.
idea. But if you got a red wig and a colander and a few other props.
Banana.
Yeah, bananas, some fruit, oranges to make female breasts, under your shirt. This can be a thrilling game to play with your grandson in Corona time. I'm just passing that on. I'm going to check real quick on my supper dish that I'm in the middle of.
He is cooking dinner also right now. Thanks to all the Mick likes the stomping of the foot. It adds to the flavor of the show.
Right?
Right.
That's
yeah.
what I'm telling you.
So far, Logan also requested America's a Hard Religion, which I think that's nothing but tapping.
Let's see.
Someone-
Some roof from the sky, some inch across the ground. Your bent backs turn to whoa, heaven above sends down. Scratch and pull from this earth, what gold it may give. Acting on the feast to come, laboring now to live. And America is a hard religion, not just anyone may enter. America is a hard religion. Some never do surrender. Sent to savage land, mother knows not why. Plant a seed in rocky soil and perhaps to die. Freedom come it may to this child instead. Freedom comes, freedom goes, father surely dead. And America is a hard religion. That's just anyone may enter. America is a hard religion. Some never do surrender. Paid by thanks nor praise, yet we soldier on. Trials to test our hearts, downs to make us strong. Cheered by loved ones that from the graveyard say, all my tears surely gone after I fly away. And America is a hard religion. Not just anyone may enter. America is a hard religion. Never do surrender. You can tell that I'm a big man in this town. Yes, and I'm the king of every street that I walk down. It ain't much to brag about, but it's all mine. From Main Street to the city limit sign. Welcome to Rock Bottom, population 1. Just over by the mountain where a fool fell from. And if you're looking for heartaches, stop and get you some. Down in Rock Bottom, population 1. Yeah, when I said goodnight, I felt so strong. I thought I knew my way, but somewhere I went wrong. Now I trade this lonesome world to hold her near, but I don't think she could reach me way down here. Welcome to Rock Bottom, population 1. Just over by the mountain where a fool fell from. And if you're looking for heartaches, stop and get you some. Down in Rock Bottom, population 1. Yeah, and you can make it your hometown, no matter where you're from. If you come to Rock Bottom, population a long time ago in South California. Oh, way, oh, in the land of the tall jacaranda. Oh, way, oh, lived a girl group singing pop rock favorites. Oh, way, oh, so good that they soon got famous. Oh, way, oh, their sound and looks I like. First time I saw them, when the little one took the mic, well, I knew I'd fall in. I like the Bangle Girl, she's so groovy. I love the way she sings, and I saw her movie. Well, I like the Bangle Girl, and I'm not joking. I wanna be her friend. Well, there's no harm in hoping. No, no, no. Well, some say a good singer's gotta be angry. Who says that anyway? But the Bangle Girl sings good and she's not angry. Oh, what a way, oh. Some say the Bangle Girl's a slave to the camera. Oh, way, oh. But her song's gonna stand like a tall jacaranda. Oh, what a way, oh. I'd show her books I've read. Uncle Fred in the springtime. I'd play my records, picking out blindly. Blue Oyster Cult. I listen to the things she said. I so respect her. I like the Bangle Girl. She's too groovy. I love the way she sings, and I sat through her movie. Well, I like the Bangle Girl, and I'm still hoping someday she'll need a woman. And I'm still not joking, no, no, no. 'Cause she knew what she wants. Been a little while on that one, hasn't it?
That was fun. Adam says it was the best one ever.
Best one ever.
Yeah.
It's true.
Props make a difference.
So I'd like to do a song, and it's a brief song, but it's a song that I made up 2 weeks ago in the Corona time. I gotta say, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, but totally enjoying the Corona time. And I'm enjoying my privilege, is another way of putting that, because I sit at home. We're sheltering in place like you're supposed to. We're losing money. But to me, sitting around playing the guitar, writing songs, reading books, listening to music, watching, old movies. What do we watch? Oh, White Lightning, starring Burt Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
What a great movie that is. Check out that movie if you haven't seen it.
So
I'm telling you, it's art, and I'm not even kidding. White Lightning, starring Burt Reynolds as McCluskey. That's his name. Irishman, I guess. But anyway, I totally dig this. If it goes on 5 years, I'd probably get tired of it, but get a Walking on the 5-string keeps my hands from idling. Takes me back when I was young. When I see some hobo picking on his banjo.
We're offline. Okay, I think we might be coming back. We were frozen for a little while. Okay, we're
I'll
back.
start in the second verse then.
Alright.
Walking on the 5-string keeps my hands from idling. Takes me back when I was young. When I see some hobo picking on his banjo, man, I'd plug my ears and run. Electrified guitar I bought in '84. Sits back in the closet these days. And I watch the years unreeling. The more I get the feeling, old time music's here to stay. Using your mind for what it weren't designed for. It's a good way to go insane. I've kept less than half of all I pressed in my poor unwilling brain. When those old songs get down in your bones, you just let your fingers play. Living much makes you humble, everything built just crumbles, but old time music's here to stay. So I bolt the back door and sat on the porch and listened to my fingers play. What kills joy and sorrow? A little thing called tomorrow, but old time music's here to stay. Yeah, hearts fall, troubles rise, hopes dim and rain dries. Old time music's here to stay. So that's that one, and I know we got a request for Gordon Lightfoot, so let me think about that for a second. Gordon Lightfoot, not everybody's favorite entertainer.
And the live stream's off for a little bit. Okay,
What's that?
We're back. We're just having a little trouble with this.
Yeah, see what I mean? It's amazing how the world, after 20 years of the internet, wasn't ready for this. You can't even like get an uninterrupted live stream. So apparently we had a glitch right there. But anyway, let's all forget that happened, and think of a Gordon Lightfoot song to do. You know, he's written so many. They're just cruising through my mind right now. But you know, a lot of them I know about half of them. Like how to. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, here to see you alone in the afternoon with my head down to my shoe. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. So I might know the guitar lines a little better than the songs, but let's see. What's
Sunrise,
it?
if you could read my mind.
Oh, we're getting actual request titles in?
Yeah, no.
Sunrise, what's that?
So I think it's Sundown.
Sundown,
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, no, we're not going to go for the obvious Gordon Lightfoot song. How about the very first one on the very first American record goes like this. Well, I got my mail late last night, a letter from a girl who found the time to write to a lonesome boy somewheres in the night. She sent me a railroad ticket too, to take me to her loving arms, and the big steel rail gonna carry me home to the one I love. Well, look over yonder across the plain. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I've been uptight most every night, walking along the streets of this old town. Not a friend around to tell my troubles to. My good old car, she done broke down, 'cause I drove into the sand, and the big steel wheel gonna carry me home to the one I love. Ooh, woo-hoo. Here I am with my hat in my hand, standing on the broad highway, won't you give a ride? Too lonesome boy, missed the train last night, and into town for one last strand, and I can't move my ticket away. Now the big steel rail won't carry me home to the one I love. Ooh, 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 ooh. You're doing Gordon Lightfoot songs. Hey, we're at 6 o'clock already.
We are. The clock's done.
Clock's done played a trick on us again, as Hank Williams Sr. used to say. I heard him referred to on Jeopardy the other night as Hank Williams Sr., so I know that's the way the young people think of him now. You got to append that, find a little, what's that called? Not an honorific. Senior, junior. It's a title? What do they call it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, feel free after the show tonight to look in on my Facebook page or something like that and let me know the verse on that last one that I forgot about while I was singing, Steel Rail Blues. And let me know what the name for that little appendix is on a person's name. But Hank Williams Sr., how do we get off into that one?
Oh, because I said the clock's done played a trick on us.
Clock's done played a trick on us. And it's 6 o'clock, and I'd like to do just 7 more songs for you. I'd like to do 2 more songs for you, and I'll make them... I won't make them too very long here.
Do you want any requests? I do also. People want to know what we're having for dinner. That's a big question here.
Well, it's kind of a surprise from you, but it involves kale, and it involves the kale is a nod to the New Age people, the Blue Staters, and the potatoes are a nod to the normal people. And then what's the other one? What's the main thing? Oh, the main thing is tomato soup I'm making.
Oh, I love it.
But I'm making it with squash, so it's half red state, half blue state. It's a meeting. It's a compromise dish. It's an anti-polarization dish, and I'm hoping that this will be that I'll be the canary in the coal mine here for a new trend in American life, because it depresses me no end, almost as much as staying indoors all day long. So let's do.
It's called a generational suffix.
Really? Who says? Was that John McWhorter?
Mark Engelson does.
Mark who?
Engelson?
Sounds like a guy that knows things.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
He looks like it too.
What does he look like?
Oh, he just looks smart. He might have glasses on.
You're seeing him there?
Well, they're if you got a little picture, an avatar or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Four Eyes, for that little piece of information. Well, I'm busy not crying and I'm too tied up to care. Not thinking about her as a 24-hour affair. I can't weep and I can't worry. My whole life's just a hustle and hurry. Busy not crying over somebody that ain't there. Early each morning I roll out of bed, jumping all around, shaking my head, trying to steer clear of the things she left behind. There's a big pair of slippers and a coffee cup, one I can't fill, one not to fill up anymore, not to do, and I think I'm gonna lose my mind. 'Cause I'm busy not crying and I'm too tied up to care. Not thinking about her as a 24-hour affair. Yeah, I can't weep, I can't worry. My whole life's just a hustle and hurry. Busy not crying over somebody that ain't there. Moving each day at a mighty quick pace, but my heart stays in the same sad place. And nothing that heavy's gonna ever catch up to me. It takes all the fuel I can fit in my car to ride around the spots where the memories are. And it's a full-blown shore overlooking what's plain to see. It's 'cause I'm busy now crying and I'm too tied up to care. Not thinking about her as a 24-hour affair. I can't weep and I can't worry. My whole life's just a hustle and hurry. You got busy not crying over somebody that ain't there. Well, yeah, I'm busy not crying over somebody that ain't there. Well, it's hard to tell what's on an angel's mind. Yeah, but a suitcase means the same thing every time. One minute she loved me, the next she was gone. So goodbye, good looking, so long. had legs that would not quit, and they're walking still. Too good to let go of, but too hard to hold on. So goodbye, good looking, so long. And I may be blue forever after, but life can't always be diamonds and dreams, love and laughter. And when I think of her, I know I'll smile. Yeah, the earth sure felt like heaven for a while. One blink of those blue eyes, and my heaven was gone. I've lost it, so goodbye, audience, so long. Well, I see that clock is done played a trick on us again. We've plumb run out of time. So we're going to get back to our Burt Reynolds movies over here, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow on WBMM in Chicago, or maybe on Friday, where we're, what is today?
I think it's Tuesday.
We're another day on Sixth Man, and the next day we're at Norway or somewhere, and show from Fitzgerald's in a couple days, I don't know, with Tim O'Brien. Why am I plugging anything? It's useless. We're sitting here in the middle of a virus.
I know.
It's depressing. Let's just end the show.
It's a terrible way to end the show. You can't do it. You can't end it like this. Do you want me to get you a drink?
Yeah, I think so. It's like a beer?
Sit down. I'll get it for you. You have to continue the show. It must go on.
Well, I was almost done.
It can't end like this.
I may be blue forever after, but life can't always be diamonds and dreams, love and laughter. And when I think of her, I know I'll smile. Yeah, the earth sure felt like heaven for a while. One blink of those blue eyes, and my heaven was gone. So goodbye, good looking, so long. Yeah, goodbye, good looking, so long. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Show off those shorts. Yeah. Goodbye.